6:14, people are getting tricked by emails or text messages that look like they're from their boss, but the Better Business Bureau says it's a scammer trying to get your money. Fox 23 evening anchor Shay Razi shows us the messages one woman received and what you need to know. It's this week's Scam Alert.
This is the email that's part of what's known as the boss's scam, with the subject, "Quick response needed." The sender shows the name of the real boss at a local company. We're not showing his name or the name of the person who got it to protect both identities. In the message, the boss is asking for contact details, phone number and/or personal email, and says he needs the info to assign a task before the end of work hours. The employee replies with their personal contact info, then gets a text message on her personal phone. Here's that message thread, needing to know if the employee can step out for a bit to get an errand done as soon as possible. Later, he asks her to locate the nearest grocery store closest to her, texting, "I need you to grab some physical gift cards. I need those cards for a conference call meeting now." She says okay and asks how much he wants on the gift cards and how many cards. The boss, or scammer, says it all depends on availability at the store. Let me know when you get there. She says they've got a bunch of Visa gift cards from $20 to $100. The scammer asks for Apple and eBay cards and later asks her to get an eBay card for $200. When she does, he gives her instructions on how to send images of the card and to attach an image of the receipt for reimbursement. When he gets that info, he asks for 2 more cards for $200 each. Thankfully, her card isn't authorizing that purchase, and she says, "I think my bank thinks it's a fraud act." She asks him to call her, but the reply is that he's in the middle of a meeting and limited to text only. As the texting continues, he even asks her to get cash out of the bank to buy the 2 other cards. Thankfully, she called her bank and they told her this sounded like a scam.
We see this happen in text message and by email.
Amy Mitchell, the CEO of the Better Business Bureau of Eastern Oklahoma, says people easily fall for it.
The problem is they've gotten a hold of the boss's name, so it looks like it's coming from your boss. It sounds like it's coming from your boss. You go complete the task, and unfortunately, then you've been scammed.
And it's so disheartening because most of us, want to do what our boss asks within reason, like help them out with a favor.
Exactly. I mean, and even in this situation, look, if your boss is saying, "I want you to go purchase something of any kind of volume of money," double check with them. Definitely talk to your boss first. Most of these emails or text messages are going to say, "Don't bother me. Don't talk to me about this. Just go get it done." We recommend you stop and actually go talk to your boss and make sure that this directive has come from them.
Especially, I would think a red flag is simply if your boss never asks you to buy anything. You're not his either or her secretary or administrator, someone who's facilitating these types of things anyway. Then I would hope, that's, one red flag. Like, why would my boss be asking me this when they have an assistant who normally does these types of things?
Exactly. But all it has to do is land in the right person, especially with holiday season coming up. Assistants could get a message from their boss. "Hey, we need so many gift cards for the staff," or whatever it might be. It's not necessarily an abnormal request, but if it's abnormal for your position and you're not normally the purchaser, then that's for sure a red flag.
In this scenario, while the boss's name that appeared as the sender on the email was the real name of the woman's boss, when you click on that name and see the email address, it's from a random Gmail account and not from a company account. If you ever have any doubt, stop and initiate your own email, text exchange, phone call, or face-to-face conversation with your boss about a request involving money.
It's worth the double check with your boss, even if they might get a little irritated that you're double checking. This is money we're talking about, so it's important to be clear.
While the person who fell for this scam did get her money back from her bank, most people aren't that lucky. It's another reason the BBB recommends paying with a credit card. They come with better protection, and you almost always get a refund for unauthorized charges. Covering news that matters, Shay Razi, Fox 23 News.